So here we are on portal.azure.com. Going to click on the menu bar here. We're going to go to Azure Active Directory. Okay, now first thing I want to do, I want to take a look at my users. So we're going to click on users, and all right, we got password reset right here, which we'll go to in a minute, but let's click on an actual user. So here you've got your user properties, all right, and right out of the gates, if I was an admin who had to reset a password for a user, I could simply do that right here. I could click on reset password, and I could reset this user's password. So from an admin standpoint, if you really did need to go through the process of resetting a user's password, you can do that easily enough by clicking on the user, going to the profile blade here, and then clicking reset. Okay, another thing we've got is we've got authentication methods for this user. So if the person did have a cell phone, alternate phone, email address, these are a couple of different ways of proving two-step authentication for multi-factor authentication as well. As I mentioned, that we could pair those if we needed to. Okay, but if you wanted to start from the beginning on configuring SSPR, let's jump back over to Azure Active Directory. Okay, we're going to scroll down, and there is a blade called Password Reset. Now, as you can see, self-service password reset is disabled. So this is one of the things you want to make sure you know for the exam, is that SSPR is turned off by default. So if you want to do it, you have to turn it on. So if I wanted to turn it on just for a select number of users, then I could do the selected option here, and then I could select group, and then I could assign a group of users that are going to support this SSPR. Okay, in my case, I'm actually going to go with all. So we're going to allow all users to be able to use SSPR, self-service password reset. Going to click on save. Now we're going to go to authentication methods. And notice that you have the number of methods required to do a reset is set to 1. Now obviously if I wanted to, I could select 2 on that. And then I can choose these different methods that I want to support. Depending upon your subscription, you may or may not have Office Phone. But I'm going to select mobile app notification, mobile app code. This is going to allow the user to use the Authenticator app if they want. So they could pair this with the Authenticator app. Now, another thing that I like is the security questions option as well. And this again is sort of what we're used to in a lot of our websites. If I select security questions, I've got number of questions required to register. So I could require 3 to 5. Okay, I'm going to do 3. Number of questions required to reset. Okay, so they have to register, you have to have 3. Okay, probably not going to want to only require them to do 3 and then have the reset set to 5, right? So we're going to select that. We could up this number if we wanted to, okay? And then from there, you can click select security questions, all right? All right, and then at that point, you can go with predefined, and here's a bunch of predefined questions that Microsoft has already put together for us to use with SSPR. So I could select the ones that I want, okay? What school did you attend? What was the first and last name of your first significant other? What was the make and model of? Okay, that's good enough. So we would select those 3. If we wanted to, we could also create a question ourselves. So we actually type, you know, what is the meaning to life and everything? Okay, that'd be kind of a ridiculous question to ask somebody, right? And we could put that in there, and that would be a question. All right, anyway, so this is a simple way that you can deal with security questions. You can use the predefined ones, or of course you could add a custom one if you wanted. All right, and then that's pretty much it. You configure the settings that you want here, and then it's just a matter of saving it. At that point, when the next time your users log on, they're going to end up getting the prompt that we saw in our slides in one of the previous videos I did. Okay, where it's gonna prompt them, and depending upon if you've got MFA enforced, SSPR enforced, it's gonna go one way or the other. You can have both kind of working in harmony together, though, as I mentioned earlier. Okay, so pretty easy to implement SSPR. Again, the hardest part is just remembering where you go, and that's just go to Azure AD and then go to password reset. You can also go to users, and you'll see password reset there as well. So it's another option for getting here.